Hey again everyone, so today I'm going to be doing the summer tag, and I believe this was started by Chapter Chicks. I'm not 100% sure, but it's 10 questions, so I'll just get started. Least favourite book cover. This was quite hard in a way because normally I don't dislike book covers. I either really like them or they're okay. I don't normally hate them, but I chose Blood Red Road by Moira Young because I much prefer the US hardcover edition. If you've seen my review of this, you'll know that I ranted a little bit on how much I didn't like it, so I would have to say that one. What are some weird things you do while reading? I don't think I do anything weird when reading. I sometimes like to know how many pages I've got left till the end of a chapter, and I'm quite OCD in finding that out, constantly flicking. No, I don't think I do anything weird. Number 3, where is the oddest place you have ever read? Again, I don't think I read in any odd places. I read in the standard places, you know, my room, my bed, the bath, the couch, the bus. But once, I can't believe I did this. Every year, my family has annual dinner before Christmas out in a restaurant, and my nan and granddad organise it, and so my mum, my brother and I go, and then like a couple of my nan's friends, and I always hated it because they would talk about things that didn't interest me, and I ended up bored for like 3 or 4 hours. So I remember I took a Meg Cabot book. I took The Princess Diaries book 6 because I had just got it, and I was really into it and I couldn't put it down, so I ended up taking it and reading the whole time, and it was so rude, but I couldn't help it. I was gonna be bored, and I was so into this book I didn't want to put it down. So yeah, I would say that was probably the oddest place. 4, if you could meet any author from history, who would it be? This was hard because I like a lot of classic authors, but I narrowed it down to the standard few, and I would say Jane Austen, not only because I love her books, but she also lived in a period of history that is my favourite to sort of read about, and as well as historically. So I'd like to know if, I mean, I'm sure anyone that's read Jane Austen knows that she had this great wit on the page, and I'd like to know if that would have come through when actually speaking to her. I would really like to actually find that out. So yeah. Number 5, what is the worst book you have ever read? Again, I don't normally read books that I really don't like. I tend to have a good idea when I buy them, but I would say it was the 2 books that I had to read for my A-levels this year. I just didn't like them at all. It was River Sutra by Gita Mehta and Shortcuts by Raymond Carver, and they were just so far away from what I like to read that I just didn't enjoy reading them at all. It was hellish, but like my English teacher said, just look at it objectively. You don't need to like it to analyse it, so I just had to do that. 6, what books did you love when you were younger? I liked all the classic fairy tales. I had a big fairy tale book, and that was like my favourite book for ages. My uncle bought me The Wind and the Willows. I loved them, and then my brother defaced them with a bright pink felt tip pen, which I wasn't happy about. And then Ella Enchanted, I loved that take on Cinderella. I've reread that book so many times. It's brilliant. 7, which books would you like to see turned into a movie, and ones you would not like to see turned into a movie? I'd like to see the Perfect Chemistry books maybe turned into a movie. I don't know how they would do that, if it's like enough material to make like a full movie on. But I could see those play out as like cute chick flicks. I would also really like Jane by April Lindner, because there's so many adaptations of Jane Eyre. I mean, there's one just been released now, but I would like to see a contemporary Jane Eyre made into a movie, because I think it would transfer really well from April Lindner's book to the screen. Would you not like to see turned into a movie? I don't think Halo by Alexandra Adornetto would. I think a movie would ruin that book. The there's probably loads that I wouldn't want turned into a movie, but there's probably loads, but I'm just drawing a complete blank here. I don't know. No, I don't know what ones I wouldn't like to see turned into a movie. What is your book challenge for this year? My book challenge was 85 books on Goodreads, and I did that because I thought it was a fairly average number. I didn't know with college and my A-levels how much reading time I would have, so I thought it was a pretty safe-ish number while still being fairly high. But it could go up to 100 because I've nearly done 85 books now, so I just wanted to not overreach myself, knowing that I had a busy year with my first year of A-levels, so that's why I did it. Yeah, that's why. Do you take notes? I assume this means when reading, and no, I don't. Not unless it's college work and when you're analysing text and things like that. Otherwise, no, not for blog and review purposes. I do after I've read it. I jot down what I thought about it and then type up a review or record my review. 10. Do you like music or silence? I can't play music while I read, it distracts me. Background noise is okay, but mostly silence. Okay, so that was the summer tag. I tag everyone to do this, so if you want to do the tag, feel free, and happy reading. Bye!